Notion AI planned an entire week of my content in about 4 minutes. I didn't go in with some elaborate system. I opened a new Notion page, typed out roughly what I wanted to cover that week, a few topic ideas, my audience, the platforms I post on, and then asked Notion AI to turn that into a full content calendar. 7 days, multiple formats, done. What came back wasn't just a list of titles. It mapped out which idea fit which platform, suggested the angle for each post, and even flagged which topics would work well together across the week. Like, it noticed that two of my ideas were basically the same thing from different angles and suggested combining them. I hadn't caught that. The whole thing took less time than I usually spend just deciding what to post on Monday. That part alone was worth it. Once the calendar was set, I started using Notion AI to draft the content itself. And this is where it got interesting. And if this is the kind of thing you want more of, Stack Future drops one of these every day because I didn't let it just write everything and call it done. My move was to give it a prompt that included my tone, a rough point I wanted to make, and the platform. Something like, write a short LinkedIn post about content burnout, casual and honest tone, no corporate language. The draft it gave back wasn't perfect, but it was a real starting point. Something I could actually react to and shape instead of staring at a blank page. For social media content, that's the shift. You're not replacing your voice, you're giving yourself something to push against. Honestly, the time. I tracked it. Writing and planning my content that week took about 40 minutes total across the whole week. Usually it's closer to 3 hours. That's not an exaggeration. The content wasn't worse either. My engagement that week was normal. Actually slightly better on 2 posts, which going in I wasn't sure about. I half expected it to feel generic or flat. It didn't, because I was still editing, still adding the specific details and weird little observations that make content feel like it came from a person. Notion AI for content planning works best when you stay in the driver's seat. Use it to build the structure, get the drafts moving, beat the blank page. Then you go in and make it yours. That's the actual workflow. Here's what stayed with me after that week. The hard part of content creation isn't the writing, it's the deciding. What to make, when, for who, in what format. Notion AI handles that decision layer surprisingly well. So if you've been putting off building a content calendar because it feels like a project in itself, it doesn't have to be anymore. Coming up next, why I completely stopped writing my own work emails and handed that job to AI instead. Spoiler, it's been a few months and I haven't looked back. If this was useful, hit the like button. It genuinely helps more people find this stuff.